Hello, welcome to Mathematics Made Easy. We're looking at a 2025 past paper under construction and locus. So let us see how best we can handle this particular question. For a start, we just need a few instruments. We just need a protractor for measuring degrees. We also need a compass. Of course, we're supposed to have a pencil here, a well-sharpened pencil, but in this case, for the sake of visibility, we are going to use a pen. You need at least two pencils, and an eraser in case you make an error where you need to erase. So to have things underway, you need these items as well as a ruler where you're going to get your measurements in centimeters, of course, the lengths that you're going to have. So to have things underway, let's have question number 1 and then see question number 5 rather. Let's see what it says. It says construct triangle ABC in which AB is 10 centimeters and AC is 8 centimeters and angle BAC is 100. So you just need to follow instructions based on exactly what the question is saying. Well, so we're told, no, our first line is supposed to be AB equals 10 centimeters. So let's use our ruler. We get our measurement, which is 10 centimeters. So from here all the way up to here, this is our 10 centimeters according to the ruler. So we have our 10 centimeters. We indicate this line is AB and it is 10 centimeters, just like that. That's the first step. Second step, we have AC, which is 8 centimeters. From A going to C, it is supposed to be 8 centimeters, but we do not know where C is, so we're going to use a compass to locate that position. So we get our 8 centimeters from the ruler. Okay, we get our length of 8 centimeters just like that. So this is 8 centimeters. So from A here, point A, going to C, it's supposed to be 8 centimeters. It's supposed to be 8 centimeters. So 8 can be at any region there. Then we are also told to say angle at A, because it is BA going to C, it's supposed to be 100. So what you need to focus on is the angle that is in between. If we are given ABC, for example, we are only focusing on the B part. That is where the angle should lie. So in this case, since the question is saying BAC, we are only focusing on the A part. So that is where the angle is. Remember, we said this is the one that we use for angles. So you just put it down. Ensure that this point here is in line with exactly what you have. Then the line here, this line here, it's supposed to be straight with this one. So we're told it's supposed to be 100. So we count from 0. We don't count from 180 because we're following this line. We count from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So this line is 100 up to here. So just put a point and then connect. So this angle, if you notice, it's 100 degrees that we have made. So this is 100 degrees. This is 100 degrees angle, and then this line from A going to C, remember we had already measured to say it is 8 centimeters. It is 8 centimeters. So we can complete our triangle when we say A, B, and C as a completed triangle, just like that. So now let us have some follow-up questions. The follow-up questions here says measure and write the length BC. We measure B to C. We measure using a ruler. So we're going to measure from 0 here, all the way up to here. If you notice, it's 14 centimeters. It's 14 centimeters or 13.8.9. All those are accepted answers. But in this case, it is actually 14 centimeters. If you want, you can even indicate here. No, initially, our question A2, it is BC equals to 14 centimeters, just like that. Then we go to the B part. The B part says on your diagram, meaning everything we do is supposed to be on this diagram. On your diagram, draw the locus of points within triangle ABC, which are 7 centimeters from C. From this point, we're supposed to have 7 centimeters. Well, we need to use a ruler and the compass to locate that position. So since it's 7 centimeters, we're going to make our 7 centimeters in this order. Since it's from C, we put our pointer there, and then this, it's within the triangle 7 centimeters. So from here to here, it's 7, 7, 7, 7 in that order. Well, we move on. We also have, of course, this is question 1. Question 2 says 4 centimeters from AB. 4 centimeters from AB. From AB, we need to make 4 centimeters. We still use the same compass to find 4 centimeters from AB. So we have made, this is our 4 centimeters. This is our 4 centimeters from A and B. So I'll first go to B, or I can start with A. I'll make an arc. I'll go to A also. I'll make an arc. So you make an arc at A, you make a 4 centimeter arc at B. Then you join the 2 points. You join the 2 points. So the 2 points that are touching are these. So what we have known is that from here to here it's 4. From here to there it is also a 4. So we have made, we have answered this question, which is question B2. We move on to question B3. It says we make an equidistance from AC and BC. Now, whenever you're given 2 sides, notice you've been given AC and BC. There's always one letter that is common, and the common letter is actually a C. So since we have a C that is common, we're going to bisect the angle at C. We're going to bisect the angle at C. So this is the angle at C. Let us bisect it. Of course, you are allowed to turn your paper because you want to do a good job. So now how do you bisect? You put your pointer at C, make an arc, and an arc there. When you make that arc, you go where the arcs are cutting here and here. You just go there. So it's cutting here, you make an arc, and also here, you make an arc. The two are going to cross. Once they cross, it means that is the bisector. You measure from the first point where the C is, as well as where the 2 bisectors are meeting. So you just measure a straight line just like that, since it's within a triangle. So you have what you have done. So this is 2 marks for equidistance of AC and BC. You notice which one is a common letter, then you bisect the angle. Then the follow-up question also, which is always the last question, it is always involved with whatever you have done. So now listen to this. A point P within triangle ABC is such that it is less than or equal to 7 from C, less than or equal to 7 from C. So what you have done earlier on, it's less than or equal to C, or less than or equal to 7 from C. So meaning it is within this side, because 7 is here. Remember, we had made an arc for 7. So it's within this side. Then it is less than or equal to 4 centimeters from AB. Less than or equal to 4 centimeters from AB. So meaning, if 4 centimeters is here, remember we had made 4 centimeters when we made an arc and an arc there for 4 centimeters. Meaning it's this side. It is less than or equal to, meaning it's falling in this area. Now, again, so we have known it's, of course, it's within this line, but of course down here. Down here. So now it says also to say, and it is nearer to AC as compared to BC. So it's near to AC as compared to BC. What would divide us? It's this one. This line. This, it's far. This is, it's near. So if you notice, it's not in this area, but in this particular area. Well, we have known to say the first part is this line that we were taught. It's also supposed to be below this line, and also it's supposed to be in this area, in this demarcation. So by shading, this is the area where P must lie. So you just indicate P by shading in that case. Well, that's how I answer a given question that has to do with construction. Of course, this paper was a paper 2 of 2025. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.